Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. I'm going to start by not calling myself fat because number one, I do not feel that I am fat. That's not a term I would use for myself. But more importantly, number two, there are people out there who are actually struggling with their weight, who actually view themselves as fat, and I would be doing them a huge disservice by calling myself fat because I am not struggling with my weight. However, I do have some issues I need to address and we're going to talk about them today. So I think it is fair for me to call myself fatter. So I'm not fat, but I am fatter. Let's discuss this a little bit. So I want to say I've been keeping this a secret because I haven't been keeping it a secret. I've just been a little in denial about what's been happening. But now there is enough facts on the table for me to talk about this objectively and look at the truth, the fact that I have gained some weight. So a few months ago, June in particular, we were gearing up to go on a road trip, which was really exciting. We had a really great time, but preparing for that was really, really hard. We had to have a lot of sleepless nights in trying to produce enough content for while we would be gone. In doing so, I drank a lot of soda, I drank a lot of coffee, and if you know me, I actually put a lot of sugar in my coffee, copious amounts of sugar. So I was probably intaking a lot of sugar. Also, I have a very sedentary lifestyle that was really pounded in June because I did not do a whole lot of going outside or moving at all. I was mostly sitting here working. I feel that that may have played into some things negatively as far as my weight goes, because whenever we flew into LA in early July, the first day we were there, we wanted to go swimming, and I went to put on my swim trunks and I could not get them on. I pulled them up, there's a piece of Velcro, and I was trying to Velcro it and I couldn't quite get it. And I was like, this is weird, but maybe this pair is just, you know, kind of odd, and I haven't worn these in a while. So I did the best I could. Then I took the drawstrings, tied them really, really tight, and tried to do that and pull them tight. And that's how I wore my swim trunks. But then I noticed every other day of the trip, I mean, for the entire duration of the road trip, it was hard to get my pants on. Really, really hard. Like, I could get them on, but then to button them, it was hard. It was difficult. Like, I had to strain and suck in, and my pants just straight up weren't comfortable. So this continued through the road trip, through going to Indiana and back, and the entire time I was a little in denial about the whole thing, and I told myself that the reason that I was having trouble was because I needed to poop. Which, to be fair, is kind of a realistic thing because I do have a lot of bathroom issues, and I certainly have like a nervous travel bladder, stomach, whatever. Whenever I go on vacation somewhere, it usually takes me a few days before I get back to normal. So even though it had been weeks, I was like, no, I need to go to the bathroom. That's why I can't get my pants on. Well, here's the deal. When we went to PAX, the night before, when we had to get our stuff ready to go to PAX, I pulled out all of the pants I owned, all of the pants and all of the shorts, and I said, I'm going to try all of these on to know what fits because I've been having some issues. Well, that's when the facts really hit me in the face about what was going on, because out of everything I had here, all my pants and all my shorts, and I have a pretty good amount of clothing, I could only find four pairs of shorts that I could physically get on my body. Which was a little weird. I mean, we had clothes, and I had the shorts and pants on, but like I could not physically button them, and I was like, that's bad. So I took 4 pairs of shorts to Seattle because that was all I had. I had nothing else that I could wear because everything else didn't fit, which was bad. And if you know me, you'll know that I usually take pants to conventions. I prefer to wear pants. And I didn't take any pants because I didn't have any pants that would fit. So that was kind of bad, and that was whenever it hit me that something was up. And that's when I was trying to think back and was like, well, you know what? In June I did that, and maybe that was a problem, and that's where maybe all of this began. So is that where this began? I don't know. The fact of the matter is, I weighed 165 for a long freaking time, like many years, and then at some point I kind of drifted up to 175, but I've been 175 for the last few years, and after I realized that I was getting, well, fatter, I stepped on the scale and I was about 193, and that's where I've been hovering for the last little bit. So somewhere in the last few months, I gained 20 pounds, which is bad. Now, the clothes I've worn for over 10 years. I mean, since I was a freshman in high school, I've always worn a 34 waist, which has been kind of convenient because I still have clothes that I wore in high school. I have pairs of pants and shorts and whatever that I've been wearing for a decade because I could. And on a whim, I was telling my mom about this, and she's like, you should measure your waist. So I did. 39 inches. A little concerning that I gained 5 inches in my waist, but it certainly explained why I could not get my clothes physically on my body. So my options were pretty much buy new clothes, which I did have to do because I had I didn't have any pair of pants at all. So I have at least a pair of pants now. Or, which is the better option because I have clothes and I don't really want to rebuy an entirely new wardrobe, is lose some weight. You have to understand, that's a very foreign concept to me. I'm someone who's always had a very fast metabolism, always been a very tall, thin build, and it's never, ever been something I had to worry about. I'm the person that would, just eat entire bags of chips and entire crates of pretzels. That's just what I did. So suddenly, for this to actually be factoring into my comfort level, it's an issue. So I'm not like embarrassed by the entire thing. I'm really not. I'm not embarrassed by my weight. It's not like my pride's taken a hit or anything like that. And like I said at the beginning, I do not feel like I'm fat. I do not feel like I'm big or anything like that. It's just one of those things where it looks like I'm 25 and my body's catching up with me, and it looks like I can't do everything I used to do. So this is, I don't want to say this is a warning for anyone out there, but certainly if anyone was like me, maybe you grew up or you're in the process of growing up and you have a thin frame and you feel like you can eat anything or do anything you want, just be aware that at some point in the future, this could also happen to you. So we're going to be working on doing some exercise stuff probably. Fall's coming shortly, so we'll be riding our bikes a little bit, but I share things with you guys on the vlog. The vlog is about my life, and this was pretty major news that I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of. So I have been getting a little bit fatter, and I'm going to do my best to reverse that. Now, if you guys know of anything that I should be doing, I'm trying to lose a few pounds. If there's a way to target my waist, that's what I need to do, because I really just want to be able to wear my old pants again. I have a lot of pants and a lot of shorts, and it would be really unfortunate to not have any of that ever again. So that's what I'm going to try and accomplish. And that is weird for me, but I'm going to do my best. So if maybe if you are in the same boat and you want to come along, we can turn it into a challenge as well. Right now we're doing the flossing challenge, which I've been doing, by the way. I'm still flossing. I'm really proud of myself for that. Then we can do that. I don't know. I'll look for recommendations from you guys, suggestions from you guys, and we'll go from there. But yeah, this is something I've been struggling with a little bit. But I'm finally out of the denial stage, and I'm ready to be proactive about it and do something so I can start wearing my old pants again. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow we are going to the annual yard sale that happens at the convention center here in Myrtle Beach. 2 years ago on that date, we went and shopped around, and then we left and bought 2 cats. So we have had the boys for 2 years as of tomorrow, which is pretty exciting, a little anniversary for them. Hopefully we can find some good deals. They open at 7 a.m., which kind of sucks because we got to get up really early, but we're going to get in bed soon, and we'll hopefully go and find some good game deals. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, we'll try and fix this in the very near future. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? I don't know. I took it as a challenge, almost. It was like, well, if you're going to give me free shrimp, I'm going to eat a lot of these free shrimp. Because at the beginning they gave you 10, and by the time I was done I had eaten 50, and that's a lot of shrimp, and that might play into a little bit of what I might talk about tomorrow. But for today...
Excuse me. Yes? I'm looking for someone who knows about Chinese people. Do you know anyone?
Why don't you try the Chinese restaurant near the drugstore?
You mean the Ajiji?
Yes? I'm sure their employees are all Chinese.
Thank you very much.
Oh, another hot tip.